As of this morning, November 13th, all of your orders are packaged and going out in about an hour. I thought this would be kind of cool to show you guys because I never really show you guys like what goes into the merch drop. So we literally do everything here. I turned my entire living room into a sweatshop. I have everybody come over and we just start pounding out orders. Literally just like fill these racks with all of your stuff. Emerson will grab stuff, I'll put it in a bag, put a label on it. Courtney's over here printing all the stuff. All these are banners. We have just kind of like a mess of orders here. And then the kitchen is just full of orders. Like there's boxes in boxes with orders in boxes over there. And I try to get this all done as fast as possible. So for about 24 hours, my house is just mayhem. We literally pulled this all out last night, did all of your orders last night, which I have no idea how we got that all done. And then Canada Post is gonna be here in about, I think about 20 minutes. They're gonna pick all this up and it'll be completely put back to the way it was. So thank you to everybody that participated in this merch drop. We are having one early December. I just wanted to thank you guys. I love you guys for helping and supporting me and everything. It means a lot every time we have a merch drop that you guys are always buying stuff and supporting us. It's crazy. I never thought I'd be at this point, and I wanted to say thank you. So you guys know that I have been using this Ridge wallet. This thing's tight, I absolutely love it. I got this thing like 4 months ago, and I would 100% recommend it to anybody that's in the market. So look around right now, the garage is beautiful. Like we got home from SEMA and I was like, what did you let happen to this place? Why is it so gross? And I completely cleaned this place up. And that's exactly what like I'm trying to do in every aspect. And this wallet, it seems stupid, but this wallet is like a huge, huge part of that. Coming home from SEMA, we saw this thing that a lot of people started doing where they had forged carbon. And I came home to this. A forged carbon Ridge wallet. Woo-hoo-hoo. This is the coolest thing. Forged carbon, they've probably been doing this stuff for a while, but like especially in the car world, this is becoming a new thing. This is sick. Use the code Robbie10, save yourself 10% off. There's a link in the description down below. So huge shout out to the Ridge for sponsoring today's video. Dude, this looks so much better now that I got the wiring harness off it. Just look at it. It needs to be cleaned. I was ignoring it before we left, and now I'm just looking at it, I'm just like, it really needs to be cleaned. If you just like come up to this, it's not gross at all. It is literally just a 10-year-old motor that was in a truck that no one ever really cared about, and like leaks and oil gunk and buildup and stuff was just completely ignored. So we should be able to make this thing look pretty good, pretty quickly. Oh, look at the poop in this. Ready? Dude, that's poopies right there. I've never taken apart an LS engine before. This is the first V8 I've ever worked with. So this, to me, is unreal because everything I do is brand new. I've never done it before, so it excites me. I mean, I know my way around an engine, but I've never taken apart an LS before, so I'm just kind of hoping for the best. I think that the intake should come off now. It's a big boy intake, and I don't know if there's much more holding it on. Maybe it's just, oh, hey, we did it, baby. I am going to need you, friend. All right, so nasties aside, dude. We're making like, this is actually going super easy. So one of these actually came apart while I was taking it off. The insides of one of these came right out. I'm not sure which one it was, but I'm gonna need to get a new one. Okay, as some of you guys can tell by the title of this video, something happened within the last week or so. I probably could have just taken the head off, but I'm only thinking of that now, so it's like just a little too late for that. I feel like what I'm about to tell you guys doesn't make sense without a backstory, so just hear me out. So I started this channel having fun, doing what I could afford. But doing that, a lot of shortcuts were taken. We're just getting into cars as that happened. Like, we don't know any better, right? Like, everything you guys see me do is the first time I've ever done it. We're learning cars as we go, and blah, blah, blah. We've been doing this for a while now. and I'm always trying to improve my quality and filming and editing and in actually building cars. Then we went to SEMA, and seeing some of the quality at SEMA's like the best car quality you'll ever see. Like that is where like the top builds go. And I saw some things that I have literally just blew my mind. And it made me start thinking, why am I not trying 110% all the time? You guys have seen I haven't really been filming in the last 2 weeks. And I think I've taken a mental reset. I was there, I was blown away, and I was like, Robbie, you need to be doing this. There's no excuse not to try my best. I took a mental reset, and I only have one goal in mind. To do whatever the f is gonna make me the happiest. Essentially my mindset before was like, I want to build this truck, but I'd post the truck, it wasn't getting as much views, it wasn't doing as well, and I was like, you know what? Spending all my money on this and then making it perfect, let's just get the LS in there, we'll get the swap done, and then if people still don't care, we'll just sell the truck and we'll move on. But that's not it, like that's not what I want. I want a dope ass LS swap truck, I want it for me. I woke up this morning and I was like, all right, what can we do to the S10 that's different, that people are gonna wanna see, that I will enjoy more than just the regular LS swap? And I'm just sitting there thinking, and then I was like, what if we put the engine in the back of the truck? What if we put the engine right here? Which I will be cleaning this frame up, by the way. Again, part of the thing. I'm gonna just completely redo the frame, paint it, it'll be beautiful. I'm like, what if we put the engine right behind the cab? And I look into it, a couple people have done it, but like it's not very common. It's gonna be really hard to do, but I wanna get it done. Why not? It seems fun, it seems like a challenge. I don't like doing boring stuff, I like to challenge myself. And I was like, let's do this. Then I started calling sponsors that were already on board. So I called like Current Performance Wiring, and I'm like, guys, I know you guys are building me a harness for the LS, but what if I put it behind the cab? And they were like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, I guess it would be technically like a mid-engine S10. And he was like, dude, that's unreal. Like that's so unheard of. No one ever does that. And then he's like, wait a second. Did you know that Cletus's friend is doing a mid-engine S10, but his is different. His engine starts behind this front brace, so the front of the engine's here. So technically, it's a mid-engine. That is fully truthful. It's not in the front. But I was like, boys, we're not talking about that. We're talking about putting the engine here. He was like, buddy, don't even worry about it. We'll figure the harness out. We'll get it going. It made me so, like this morning, I've had like the best attitude towards this truck I've had in a long time. I'm excited to work on it. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to do something different. I still have the same basic mindset. I want to get this engine in this truck and have it run. Because putting it in the rear it's a beast in itself. I'm gonna twin turbo this thing. I pinky promise you guys. We will twin turbo this motor. But first I need to get it in here and it needs to run, it needs to work. Essentially what I'm gonna do is just do a full gasket kit on this thing for now. And then we can essentially start mocking it up like right away. I got everything as cleaned up as I can. There's like a little bit right here that I'm gonna have to take outside and pressure wash, but I'm out of degreaser. So I'm gonna have to go and pick up some degreaser when I pick up all the gaskets for this thing. I totally thought I had some, and it looks so good. But Brad just stopped by, and I have something that we did to his Jeep that I wanna show you guys quick. All right, so like a week ago or so, Oxbeam sent me these RGB headlights that they made. They basically started making these headlights. I'm gonna get dark here in a second. They started making these headlights and then they told me about them and I was like, I don't have a vehicle that they're gonna fit on. But when I was with Brad and Brad's like, dude, that's my headlight size. So we got a set of headlights for his Jeep and I wanna show you guys. They're actually like super cool. Like right away, they just look like LEDs. Like they took his ugly yellow halogen bulbs and made them in a nice blue light. And I'll overlay a little thing that Brad filmed right here so you guys can see like the comparison of how much better these guys are. Like it's just brighter. Even if it goes the same distance, this feels like it lights that distance up better. That is, unfortunately, they don't make them for any of the cars that I have. And then they have an app you can connect the RGB thing to, and you just go on your phone and just, we did it the day we installed it, we didn't play with it much after that. Did you turn on the switch?
No, I didn't turn on.
The new Jeep's also sick, so it comes with this thing. Ooh, they just worked right behind me. It comes like with this right here because they know that you're gonna wanna install like auxiliary lights and stuff. And you can literally wire right up to that inside the engine bay. Like the Jeep just comes with 4 auxiliary ports in there, like different volts and stuff. It's actually really dope. If we get up close, can we see it better or worse? Whoa. Oh, is it changing?
I'm just scrolling around.
What? Dude, that's sick.
And then you can do styles, like purple strobe flash.
Yeah, we're gonna need to get some of these for like the cars at shows next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's kind of pointless on a street car, but it's also just like got cool points attached to it.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool when you're off-roading.
Yeah. Okay, go now. I know you're late. So see you later.
See you, dude.
Anyways, I thought those were super cool. I'm excited for them to start making them for like the cars that I have, because I think that'd be sick just at a show to have it like rotating. We installed them a couple weeks ago. I completely forgot to show you guys until now. I'll link them down below too, because if you guys have a car that they work for, they're dope. Ow. I don't know if the camera just caught that. I was wheeling it and I think I hit a rock on the floor or something, and the whole thing, because I was going so fast, the whole thing just went whoosh and leaned backwards right onto me. I don't think the camera probably got much because I was holding it, but that hurt. And it like cut my finger nice and deep. You do still need a gap for like heat transfer purposes and all that stuff. Obviously the gas tank's gonna have to go, but I'm glad we did this, because in your mind you can think whatever you want, but when you physically see where it sits, that's what you need to know. And right away, we know this is not supposed to work. Now my favorite thing about what we're about to do is that this isn't supposed to work. People will tell us it shouldn't work. People will say don't do it, but we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna take something that when you look at it, you're like, you can't do that. And we're gonna do it just for sure. So pretty much the biggest issue right now is that you would want the axle to stay in the same location so it lines up with the bed and everything, which means there's literally no room for a transmission. So if we were to come forwards, we have about 8 inches. If I could find something that would allow me to have like a transaxle, and the transaxle's like axle ports were within 8 inches of the beginning of the whole assembly, that would work. If not, that's a write-off. So there's a couple other options. Other options would be to put it the other way, have the engine, the front of the engine back here, then you basically have a transmission that goes this way, hits a transfer case that spits it back down to there. That's like what a 4-wheel drive system kind of would utilize, like the transfer case. So essentially we'll drop that, we'll cut this, we'll lower the motor a little bit more, and then what we're gonna do is, my homies at Eastwood are gonna be sending me a pipe bender. So we're slowly becoming a fab shop, which is dope. It's something that I really like to watch people like Taylor Ray, because he builds all of his own stuff, he does all of his own things. And I would love to get to the point where like, well, we're about to be there. We wanna put this motor here, there's no way to do that, so we're gonna get a pipe bender, we're gonna get the welder out, and we're gonna make it stay. Like, that's so cool to me. And then basically, I'm just gonna have to do some research and see what will work best there. This video is going out directly after I'm saying all this, like the next morning, so if you guys jump on telling me what you think will work best, or send me ideas, whatever, that'd be dope. You know what? I wanna go get this guy actually, thankfully he's on top. I wanna see if I can just toss it up right where it's supposed to go, just loosely, just so we can get like a rough idea of what's going on. I'm surprised that stays there with like 2 bolts. Actually, it looks like normal from here. It almost looks put together, but me and Brad were also discussing quickly, like, what are we gonna do in here? Like, should we make it a Lambo style frunk? Or should we utilize it? Should we put like the intercooler, the rad, and all that stuff up here somehow? What do you guys think? Like, I'm genuinely asking you guys when I ask you guys these things. Should we try to make this some kind of like Ferrari frunk? Or should we just utilize it and just make this truck completely useless and just right off the front end, right off the back end? Good thing we built the trailer. But now I gotta get some measurements here. I gotta see what kind of transaxle I can find. I gotta give the measurements to Current Performance Wiring, because they're gonna be making me a full harness for this beautiful engine. And I gotta buy some tubing and some good stuff so we can just go crazy with it. Look at this. It's squatting heavy in the rear right now because there's an abnormal amount of weight right there for some reason. I also leaked this. I already leaked this to you guys in somewhere really stupid that if you guys know, you know. But if you guys don't know, well, you just don't know. That's it. That's where I'm gonna leave you guys. That's where I'm gonna leave this video for today. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Just remember to stay committed, and when if something's not going your way, just start trying to figure out why. Because this was discouraging me. This build wasn't going my way, and I was like, something's just not fun about it, so I made it fun. Sounds dumb, but sometimes you just gotta make things fun if you wanna get them done. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Stay committed.